All right, guys. Thank you again for commenting on last night's podcast and letting Little Dragon and I know and understand that one thing about June 12th was from last year. So we're not going to get away with that. It's June 14th, stage one or step one will begin. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, that's
That's
crazy
crazy.
news. If you're just catching in the episode now, we were just chatting and we decided to hit record. We just found out some information on a whistleblower in the crypto market saying how the manipulation is handled. And to our understanding, again, this is just what we obviously it could also be its own whistleblowing. You don't
Yeah.
even know, right? So we're just hearing what we hear and we're letting you guys know what we find out online. So what we're hearing is a way that somebody could do it is that they get a project. So let's say they allocate some kind of DeFi project, so some kind of decentralized financing product. So they're trying to get people to buy into this project. What they do is then the investors come in and they'll put in their money, their millions or billions of dollars into this asset, and then they'll start selling. They'll start getting it out there onto exchanges. But what they do then to create the FUD or the FOMO is that there is an in of people that write for Forbes magazine that you can pay off one of these people, get that article out on Forbes, and then start getting your salespeople to start communicating to everybody out there and saying, "Hey, have you heard that new news on this new crypto on Forbes? They just launched it on their website. Go check it out." Then everybody starts talking about it, and then everybody starts buying. And then one way that they can do it is once everyone starts buying and the asset starts going up, then those people that invested can start taking their liquidation out. Now it's regulated when it's stocks and things like that, but because of the blockchain and cryptos not regulated at the moment, they can actually get away with doing it immediately. They don't have to have that cooling period that happens when there's news in your investment or your asset. You have to kind of give it a cooling period before you can start moving your liquidation out. But in crypto, you can just do it. So
So we have
we're talking about that.
billionaires
Pardon me.
manipulating the crypto market manually at will.
Yeah. Yep. And the other way was the miners, but now they're trying to crack down on that. So hopefully mining will change too. More of it will come to North America. It's I see a lot of just so you guys know, again, this isn't financial advice. Little Dragon and I aren't financial advisors. We just have been playing in the crypto market and we've had some pretty good success. So we just like sharing it and helping anyone that wants to get into that. If you're not into that, then just skip on to the next thing we'll talk about. But
Right.
yeah, so it being decentralized is a good thing. And then all of a sudden, it's still, see, the way they manipulate, it's still legal way.
Yeah.
It's not like they're doing anything illegal. See, the problem with the whole GameStop and Robinhood and all that was when they were shorting it, they just went in and because it's centralized, they can just go in and stop trading because they can. Where crypto's 24/7, you can't stop it. So it does have its ups and downs,
But that thing about
ups and
Forbes
downs.
magazine manipulating the
Yeah,
market and
being able to
to buy.
get that FUD out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then then they can just pay. They just pay media outlets, and media outlets will just
They'll take the
push their
money.
story. And if their story
Yeah.
gets out, and then all us YouTube people see it, then that's the fundamental analysis we
Yeah.
go by, and then that creates the that emotion in the market where it's either the fear. Right now, the fear in the market is huge, and usually when we're in the height of the bull run, greed it's on the other side. The greed is at an all-time
Exactly.
high. But right now it's the fear stage. And you know what? The fear stage is the consolidation stage. This is what they want. They want to shake out us retail investors. They want to take it to buy more of this asset at a cheaper price. Anyone purchasing Bitcoin under 50,000 is US is it's a really good price. And
Yeah.
just so if you're first time thinking about it and you're just tuning in, don't think Sonny and I didn't have 50 grand to buy a Bitcoin. That's not what you do.
No,
We have like
no.
0.00 something something, you don't have to buy a whole one. You can start and say, I have $200. I want to buy $200 of Bitcoin and see what happens. Totally doable. You don't have to buy a whole thing. What was there? There was something else. Man, there was just hearing that was kind of crazy, because then it makes sense. It sucks
It
when it
makes
makes sense,
sense. Yeah.
right? Jeez.
But we have to be smart about it now.
Yeah, no, totally. Training hopefully is going to happen soon. What did I see? Oh, I saw on CP24 they were saying something about, yeah. Oh, this reminds me.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you again for commenting on last night's podcast and letting Little Dragon and I know and understand that one thing about June 12th was from last year. So we're not going to get away with that. It's June 14th, stage 1 or step 1 will begin. And then we'll just go every 20 days or 21 days after that to move on to stages. Yeah. So we just want to clarify that. And thank you for bringing that to our attention.
So what does it look like time frame wise for the gym to
Time frame.
reopen?
So if we go the 14th, 21, and let's say we pass that, we're looking at like
July
17th at the earliest.
Oh God.
But what I was going to say is that on CP24 this morning, it said, because we are dropping so fast and the vaccinations are going up so fast, that they say, I swear, this was on CP24. I should have did a screenshot of it to put it up on here. But they said it looks like all of Ontario will be open to normal June 7th.
What does that even
basically
mean?
saying basically saying if there wasn't any spikes after the long weekend, that we continue to come down, there isn't all these new trends of then we're doing, it's only getting better, because if you multiply all the other days after that and we are not going up, it should continue to on that trend. So I don't know. They just say, I saw June 7th and I saw the guy say Ontario back to normal. So of course,
back to normal.
Of course, okay. That's what I took from it. And if you actually listen to it, probably said people are crazy to think we'll be back to normal June 7th. I fly into that crazy. And all I hear is what June 7th back to normal.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna put that on the podcast.
So we can give hugs and kisses to everyone on June 7th.
Oh, June 8th.
June 8th. All right.
Yeah, let's go. All right. We'll do the podcast side by side, not across the way.
Nice.
We'll just do it like this and just look at each other using the gimbal.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, I wanted pardon me. I wanted to I was thinking about something. When they joke about Siri and Alexa listening, and then they're like, but to me, when I saw those jokes on TikTok or whatever, I just like, well, no, you have to say, hey Siri or whatever, right? Or hey Alexa. But then the one guy was like, yeah, but don't they have to be constantly listening for you to say that? I was like, oh shit.
True.
They're constantly listening for real. I never thought of that. I was like, no, they only listen when you call on them. And then the guy is like, no, but they would have to listen for you to call on them. I'm like, oh my gosh, my phone's been listening to me the whole time.
They can record. Yeah.
That's nuts, man. Oh, and did you see, okay, last night I saw the thing, UFOs, like again, CP24. It was CP24. That's why I was getting a little worried. CP24 had a US Pentagon guy, and they had like the normal CP24 panel, the ones you see, all like 5 of them on the screen talking about UFOs. And you know how the US Pentagon guy was trying to keep everyone calm?
Okay.
He goes, UFOs just means we can't identify exactly what this object is. It doesn't
Sure.
always mean that it must be extraterrestrial. It just means
Right.
the material or the speed that I might be traveling at is foreign to us. I'm like, oh my God, it's an alien. Oh my gosh. I'm like, it doesn't get any better, bro. They go from like case counts now to UFOs. Now to, oh
It's
my
and it's getting
gosh.
worse.
Seriously. Like, isn't it weird? They're admitting it. No one knows. No one's talking about it because no one's.
Sure.
I don't want to deal with aliens right now. Seriously, aliens. I don't deal with UFOs and aliens right now. I got.
Well,
I got to get a vaccine. I got to deal with this vaccine issue.
well, in the day and age of
I got to get
COVID,
subsidy,
people are
right?
apt to believe anything and as if it's Bible truth, and they're just going by
Right.
it.
And it's just, yeah, I couldn't believe that they were really letting that out in public.
Yeah. Let's
Like
just
they were showing
feed
pictures and
feed them
video,
with more information to
more stuff.
make conspiracies.
Man, see the weirdest things on TikTok. uh, do you have that platform?
I do,
I know I've
but I'm
sent you
not on
stuff
it
to see. You
much.
do.
I
Yeah,
see it.
don't. You go in a hole once you
No,
start.
I'm objective when I look
Oh
at it.
man.
I look at it scientifically, and I'm objective. I'm not
You
just
see,
gonna
guys,
run with it.
see, that's my job. I run with this shit. And then I talk to Little Dragon. See how that's the yin and
Yeah.
yang with this whole situation. Yeah. He's analyzing it scientifically, and analyzing it like I need an old priest and a young priest. The power of Christ
and some
compels you.
and some
Bro, when I
sage.
see the haunted stuff in there, oh my gosh, it's so funny. And then I send it to my sister and Laura. Oh, you gotta guys check this out. They're like, anytime you send us stuff, and right when it starts, it says warning. They're like, no, I don't even finish it. I don't finish that stuff. Nope. Nope. So yeah, and like we said, Father's Day is coming. Um, yeah, if you have a video that you want to play for your dad, your father, or someone that is like a father in your life, mothers, wives, if you want to send us something, just hit us up in the comments. Make sure everybody smash that like button and follow us on Instagram and on Facebook and on YouTube. If you hit that notification bell every time we come up, you'll see. And then you listen to these crazy antics about UFOs. No, but really, you want to give a shout out to your father or for your husband, from the kids, definitely let us know. We're going to start doing that in June. We're going to start, hopefully do it every other day. Depends if we can edit them quick and get those
Yeah.
out to you guys and give some fathers some love. All right. Father's
Sounds
Day.
good.
Don't
Sounds
forget.
good.
There's also, if you want some custom mugs for Father's Day, I'm going to have some pictures up. There were some cool Mandalorian ones. She did like a Star Wars theme for
Nice.
Father's Day with Mandalorian, which was kind of cool. And then some Avengers stuff. So, anyways, any custom mugs that you want to get done, Little Dragon's gonna pass those by the screen any second now. Oh, you see that one? And there's the Bitcoin one. Obviously, she
Nice.
made that one for me.
Very nice.
What else? So, I saw that Grand Bend was actually open. So that's cool. That the
Legally.
beaches are legally
All right.
open. Yeah.
All right.
Remember last year it was like already July and they still didn't know. People were getting
Yeah.
in Sabo. I don't know if you remember, but in Sabo, people were getting fined because at the beach you had to either be walking or swimming. You couldn't
What?
like lay there or sit there. You had to continuously move. Like, come on, you're already on the beach, and now we have to keep like. And
What?
then the second half of summer, everything was fine. So, oh gosh, thank God they said the beaches are open. So I don't know how it will be for the little shops and whatnot, but those guys need to make money too. So hopefully they'll have
Sure.
they'll be open and with their COVID rules, probably just mask up and you're good to go.
Hopefully.
Yeah. And it's gonna be different because I remember, was it last summer? Yeah, last summer. Yeah, we went to Sabo and like only half of us were wearing masks and half weren't. And and either side was looking weird to the other people regardless, and no one was really, because we're so new, right? People weren't really knowing to enforce it. It hasn't been around that long, so we'll see. Hopefully this summer it's a little better.
It'll be weird. It'll still be weird.
It will be. And then they're trying to get who was it? There was I forget what theater. It's a theater, concert theater. They're trying to get acts already to sign from fall, like from September on, because everyone's saying September we're going to be back to normal.
All right.
You think
Very
so?
nice. Hopefully, it looks like we're on track for that. September looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope so. Oh, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird, eh?
It's very weird. I mean, there's always something new that comes up, and a new rule and a new law.
But even like once you can, like it's get like if I picture myself at a Taekwondo tournament again, it's gonna be weird being around people like that close.
Yeah.
If we're even allowed that close. I don't know. It's just it's been 2 years of distance.
It's been 2 years of conspiracy theorists and anti-vaxxers and hoaxers, and that I don't even know if I want to be close to a lot of people anymore.
So, right? You don't even know.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't even know.
I'm like, just
what's it gonna be like?
Keep staying away from everyone.
Right. And it kind of feels like that's what their plan was.
Yeah.
We want you guys to be comfortable with not being close.
Yeah.
Get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Well, the plan always involves profit. So, who knows what the new rules are gonna be.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Big fights coming. Oh, and Pacquiao's fighting Errol Spence. Oh my gosh. I don't know what to think of it. I really don't. And I'm a Pacquiao fan, true and true, always have been, always will be, but man, I was a little worried. When I first heard the news, Errol Spence is like, I don't know, third in pound for pound list in boxing, I think. At least top 3.
Yeah.
And wow. And to think, and he's the young, undefeated champion. And man, he still picked this guy. Like, wow, this guy's a fighter. He's not fighting chumps. Like he keeps fighting, coming back and fighting legit guys for belts.
Yeah. He's not fake.
And man, he's 42. And then there's this huge conspiracy that they're saying that the fight might get canceled. It's supposed to be in August. Right. Little Dragon will pull that up in a second. But it's supposed to be in August. I think it's 21st. But yeah, now they're saying that they want Manny Pacquiao to do Olympic style drug testing. And they do drug testing all the time. Like they do it even before that. They do it 30 days before, the night before, the day of, and then 30 days after your event. Those are the 4 drug tests, I believe, is like for Nevada State. So Errol Spence's camp wants him to do it Olympic style. And the only difference is that it can just be any time. But then Pacquiao's camp is like, he can't, because he's a senator now. And you can't, if he's in Singapore, let's say, meeting with the government there and representing the Philippines, they can't have some person from the IOC can't randomly go there in middle of a meeting and ask him to pee or draw blood or whatever. Like, it just, because he's a senator, it just can't happen. And people understand that. So I think that's a weird standstill, because they get them the samples, but it can't be this. You can't follow a Filipino senator around, it's just, and then the conflict of interest for opposing people getting samples of his blood, of what might be, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like outside of boxing, it's a dangerous thing. So I understand that. So hopefully they can figure out something there. They said that happened in the Thurman fight. At the Thurman fight, they had some kind of agreement with the drug testing. They agreed to some sort of drug testing, but again, because he's a politician now than a boxer.
Yeah.
Then Yeah, so it gave some problems. So I just saw that last night that they were saying that was an issue. And then the Mayweather Logan Paul's happening soon, 2 weeks, huh?
Very nice.
And this weekend, Adesanya. I think so.
Oh, he's fighting again.
That'll be good. Adesanya's fighting that Italian guy, Vittori. I think his name is. That'll be a good fight too. They're saying that if Adesanya loses the belt for some reason, that Kamaru Usman will probably go up and try to challenge for the middleweight belt if the other guy wins it, because he wouldn't challenge because they're so tight. The Nigerian guys, those three, Francis Ngannou, Kamaru Usman and Israel Adesanya, they're all tight, so they wouldn't fight for each other's belts. But if he loses the belt, I could see him going up.
Nice.
I don't want Adesanya to lose though. He's a good fighter. That sucked last time when he went up. We saw that, right? Did you see that when he went up to light heavy and he didn't win?
He lost that one.
He didn't lose. Like, it wasn't bad. The guy just used his weight and wrestled.
It was a good fight,
which is the smartest thing to do. It was a good, it was very smart for the Polish guy. I like that guy. He's very humble. Most Polish guys I've come across in my lifetime, they're always humble.
I agree.
Always humble. Maxina's godfather is actually Polish guy.
Nice.
And he was like my number one fighter back in the day. He was like, everyone thought he was Russian because he had that hardcore Polish accent.
Right.
So, and he would be very, he was an army guy too. So he was very soldier-esque. So he was like, we would call him a unisol. He would seem like Universal Soldier because he had the accent.
Damn.
So then it was funny. We called him C3B1. We just gave him some weird name, like some Russian assassin name, C3B1. He would write that everywhere, like on his Taekwondo helmet, on his padding. It was his name. Like, man, if he would ever get a tattoo, I'm sure it would be C3. It was funny that it just stayed with him forever, C3B1. We would be like joking every time we'd see his division, C3B1. This is the one you kill. And he was so soldier. Yes, sir.
You got a picture?
Yeah, he's a badass. You know what? I do. I'll post. I'll send it so you can post it up now.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's Maxina's godfather. Yeah, he was so close that he lived with me for a little while. So yeah, he rented a room for me to just be closer to the master. It was this guy was so hardcore. I know, and Sonny, I've known you for a long time, and you're like, how did I never hear of this guy? Because he left into the wilderness, basically. Like, I see him once in a while, but he left for a while. But this guy was so close to my family. He went to the Philippines with my family without me.
All right.
Yeah, that's how close this guy was, and like how he carried, because he fought for our name, for the Aguto name, like forever. Like he was the guy. Like he was the only guy we had winning.
Yeah.
So anytime my dad went to tournaments to hear our last name after first place, because he would say, fighting out of Aguto's Martial Arts Academy, that was my club name back then. He'd say Cesare Simchuk, aka C3B1. But it was nice that he loved seeing that. Oh, my dad loved watching him fight just because he was that. The Eastern European fighters, they're so like, if you especially the Muay Thai fighters, they don't even, it seems like they don't take any pain. They just move forward and move forward. They just take it and move forward. That's how this guy fought.
Wow.
He wasn't very tactful. It was just, I can absorb anything you throw at me. And if I hit you, I'll bring you to the hospital. It was one of those, like, he wasn't very skillful, but just tough as nails.
That's crazy.
Because I'll take 3 shots on the way in, and I give you one. You ain't coming back. You ain't gonna stand back up. It was one of those. Good guy though. Good guy. Man, I hope that we're out of this thing that June 7th. Like, it's gonna be weird. Like, when you go from the club being so dead, I go there and it's like I turn one light on and I sit on a bike. And then all the other times we've been locked down, and we switched to it being public again. I'm kind of a little antsy. Like, it's really, I'm not ready. Like, oh, do we have enough cloths out? Is there enough Virox bottles? Is there enough hand sanitizer? Is that guy wearing his mask? Is that girl 6 feet or 9 feet away from this? But like, like I'm not accustomed to stressing out about all those things.
Oh, it'll come. It'll come.
And I don't mind it, whatever. I'd rather have the stress of business than no business, to be honest. So please open small businesses.
Opening is going to be a transition phase.
And why do they always have to do it in the middle of summer? Oh, it's the middle of June. Everyone should be on vacation. Now we'll open your business.
They better do it in summer because it better not be winter. That'll be too.
Oh,
by that time, I'm just giving up.
Man, we better not close again. Like we can't. Like if you're doing all those vaccines, we shouldn't. If the vaccines are only going to go up, we should never close after this one.
Exactly.
We shouldn't.
This is the last chance.
Coming back. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't want to go on these mics again to talk about. All right. Remember when we said it was the last one?
Yeah. It's been enough.
We don't want that episode. That's not the episode we want.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh yeah, this too. I heard the best trash talk. It was LeBron James with that James Corden guy, and he was giving him trash talk and is trying to get him to move. Get him to to smile or to eat it. And one of his lines is he gave him 3 lines. He goes, one of them he says, do you got you can't even go to the dollar store because you don't got an extra quarter in you. Right. And he goes, do you get traveling? Do you get air miles for all the traveling you do?
These corny one-liners.
Died. Oh my gosh! Because everyone says LeBron James always travels. Like he always grabs the ball and he like runs like 4 steps and then dunks it. And everyone's like, you always see those clips. Like, isn't that a travel? Was he traveling? So that was funny because of that. And then the last one was, because they're always down like that, looking at each other. He goes, "Damn, you got the ugliest knees in the NBA." Oh man, they always say that Jordan was the best trash talker. Man, that guy would just get right into your soul, get you right off your game. We still, in Taekwondo, we kind of trash talk during the fight without saying any English words. We do it. Oh, by the way, we yell and call our points.
All right.
And all the facial expressions, the hand pumps, and then the nods.
Yeah.
Like when you score on someone and you call your point and you nod at them, like, yeah, did you eat that motherfucker?
Right.
Without saying that, but that's that attitude. And that just, when you can get their emotion to work against them and it pisses them off and then they start attacking and you can just start picking and count, especially if you're a counter fighter, your whole thing is you want them to attack. So you piss them off. Yeah. Because every time you squeeze into a fighter can't help but hit you if you're close enough. So you can always just set it up that way.
Yeah.
So what are you so when you start training again, what's the plan? So let's say we open July 15th. What's your attack? Are you going to use that time to get bigger? You're going to use that time to get leaner? Are you just going to try and stay alive because we're almost 50? What's the game plan when you can start training in the gym again?
My ultimate game plan is longevity and health. But when the gym opens, I'm coming in twice a day. I'm going to do
you heard it here.
Tons of cardio because I need to lose a lot of COVID fat.
We all have some COVID fat, which is, it's awesome. We'll get it done. We'll get it done. Come to Everything Fitness.
Yeah.
Because we got everything and a really cheap price.
Yeah.
And we're 24/7 and we'll be 24/7 as soon as possible.
That'd be awesome.
It's the easiest sign up. The rules are easy. You just got to, they're simple. They're the same rules everywhere else. Just clean up after yourself and wear your mask when you're moving around. Done.
Have a little respect for the gym and your gym fellows.
Yeah. And that's it.
Yeah.
It's a fun play. It's different. I always tell people stay at the gym you're at if you want to exercise. But if you want to train, then you can come over here.
Right.
I always tell them, if you want to train, you can come to our club.
Nice.
If you want to exercise, just stay where you're at. Just saying, the people that come to our club, they train. There's a huge difference.
That's right.
Like, we have a functional training room.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know many clubs. Like, I know there's a specialty club on the other side of Guelph, and I get that. There's some, but our club is like for the everyday blue collar person that wants to train. Like, we got calibrated plates, and we got heavy duty everything. You can do Olympic lift. You can do everything there. And on the other side, once you can submit people in jiu-jitsu or knock people out in taekwondo.
Exactly.
Whatever you want, we got it there. All right, guys, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel. We're glad you tuned in today. If you want any more advice on training or on crypto, even if you're really curious about that crypto thing and you wanted to get some help on chart analysis and where to begin, definitely hit us up in the comments, or just email or contact us privately, and we can definitely set something up if you want some help with that. We'll keep you updated with the gym and also with our lockdowns and restrictions. Hopefully they get lifted soon, and hopefully we'll be on again tomorrow. So if you have anything you want to bring up, let us know, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. Anything to add, Little Dragon?
Everything sounds good.
All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. See you soon.